Hi, I'm Expectaz, and in this video I'm going to show you how to work with the macros and the pad perform functions on the Akai Force. I'm going to do that by using my pack Isometric, which you can buy using the link that you can find in the description. It has all kind of melodic techno and trance sounds, both drums and sounds like basses, pads and leads, all kinds of things that you can create a track with. I really love the pack, and if you want to subscribe or like the button, that would be even better. And of course buy the pack if you like the sounds. Let's go into it. Let me preview some sounds so you get an idea of what you have. I have bass sounds like this, and they all have previews, so you get a general idea of what they sound like. Lead sounds. And they are very much usable, I think. Also the pads are layered with organic sounds, and that goes for almost all of those. The sounds have been sampled from the synthesizers that you can see over here, and then I layered them, put some extra sound design things on top of it, like filters and effects and these kind of things that only the Force has. So they are especially made for the Force. I really like what they do. Also layering organic sounds like birds to create pads gives a general movement. So these sounds are really usable for any kind of genre, basically. For now, I just want to have these drums because they are already very good. Let me load this one, and we're gonna create a basic drum track. I'm going into this very fast. I always like to be fast. What I love to do mostly is have the gain set a little bit lower, so you don't click. In these drums I also have sounds that have round robin, so they consist of multiple layers that the samples play after each other. And in this case, when I press this pad, it will have a different pitch every time you press it. Watch. That's really nice. So you can get this vibe immediately. And I also like to record it sometimes. So this is question and answer effect. I really like it. So now let's go into really what the tutorial is all about. I want to have some macros mapped to this, and yeah, to be able to use the knobs and the pad performance functions. You will see what I mean by that. So let's go into the mixer first. I want to have a high pass filter, and this high pass filter, let's go for the regular basic good old HP filter that we have. If I put it on this track, you will hear all the low is gone. And let me assign some more resonance. A good thing to know is that with the macros you can assign ranges to which these knobs go to. So they don't go from 0 to 100. You can also set them to go from 40 to 60 basically, for example. So you will need to know what the range would be for your specific variable. In my case, I want to have the frequency button because I know that this value of 10 that you see is too low. But if you go a little bit up, like around here, now I hear that the bass is being boosted a little bit, so it gets more coherent and more professional sound. So that's like 40, and I really like that. And now I want to go into the macros and map that value to this knob here. I go into knobs and I need to select the track function because I want to do it only for this track, and I want to have it assigned to the last button, this one. I press plus, I go to insert 1, and there's my frequency. And as you can see, it says 40 over here because that's the current value. But if you look at the frequency itself, this circle, it's already at, what is it, almost 20% of the whole range. That's not something I want. I want to be able to start at 40, and that's where these parameter ranges come in. So I press this this button here, parameter, and I need to go up as long as you don't see it anymore over here. So you see that the round circle to the left, it's getting less when I up the parameter range. So now I think I'm almost there. Now I assign it to this and I go up and down to see where it ends. Now it ends on 43. Let's see, that's a little bit too much, so let's do it again. Now it lands on 40, and that's okay. So let's try the knob. This is really good, but the top range is too much as well. So let's decrease that. This is better, I think. So now the range is not fully, but especially, low is good and high is good, and I can play with it. Also, 2 sound effects are also have been mapped already. So let's go into the master and load some presets I made. I have this delay verb, for example, and for the second one I just use a preset that's in the machine, 8 delay. And if I now use this, onto the pad macros, and I have some really nice tips for that as well. We go into the macros, then you go to the pad grid, and the pad grid you can go to by pressing shift and then the knob function. You will then see these 4 quadrants: green, red, blue and yellow, and you can assign an effect to all of the 64 pads, and that's really a good thing. So if I press now this first button, I want to have an effect on that. So let's go and create an effect. I go into the mixer, and what I like to do is to send this track first to a subgroup, because then I can route multiple tracks into it and combine them all together. So I go into I/O, then go to the sub 1, and now this track will go into sub 1. Let's look for it. Go into subgroup 1, and there it is, as you can see. This we can have an effect on top of it. And I really like the touch effects, because touch effects, the name says it already. If you go here, you have this touch enable, makes that it goes on. Let's go for some beats and delay. No, beat repeat time. That's a really nice one to have assigned to a knob there. So that's the value I want to have assigned to this knob. So we go back into macros, we go to this pad, we click the plus button. Oh wait, we can also learn it. That's easier if you don't know what parameter to choose. You press learn, then you go into the value and you press it, and as you can see it said learned submix 1 to the touch enable button. So now we should have this one mapped to the touch enable button. Let's check what it does, and it says momentary. That's not something I want, so let's disable the momentary. Now I can press it, and it's toggling on and off. So if I press play, you can have that as effect. There's a bonus one. What I do want to have is you can set the speed of this repeat function. So let's go into that as well. I want to have this button. I press learn. I go into the mixer again, touch effects, and as you can see we have this delay time, and I want to have it mapped to this button. I go back, and then you can see over here that when I press it, it goes to 164. And that's not something I want. I want to have it to set to 1/4. And also there, the parameter range is really handy, because you need to set it like that. So the range goes from 1/4 to 1/4. So when I now press it, it will be 1/4. And I can also copy this one to the next row. And this one, I want to have it set to 1/8, for example. Let's see what happens if I do that. So you have the double speed. And I can also copy it again and have that set to 16 notes. This is really nice. Then there was another function I really like, and that was the reverse function. And I will assign it to the bottom one here. Maybe let's go for this pad. I press learn, go into the mixer, my effect again, and then press the reverse button, and now it's assigned to that one. Let's go back to the macros, disable momentary, or maybe we can do even momentary, that it will only reverse when I hold this button. You see it gets red, and then when I release it gets yellow again. So let's try and go do that. Reverses, so this is really nice for playing performances, and you can get crazy with it. For now I only have this effect. Let's get into it and add another effect. Let's go for this same touch effect, since it's really easy to play with it. Right, so I can go in and have this button mapped to that. So this one, I want to press learn again and go to the second, press touch enable, and we could do the same thing for that as well if we like that. Go into macros, it's not momentary, it's should be always on. All kinds of crazy stutter effects and more, of course. You can also have this high pass frequency set to here for a toggle, for example. That's also a nice one. Let's try that. I want to have this pad set to track 1 and then the high pass, the frequency, and also here it's momentary, and I can press toggle and then go to previous. Yeah, so when I now press it, it will go to the max value. And you also see that this OLED display is also going up. So it's too much, I think, but let's do it right. So that's really nice to have, and let's just go crazy and have another one. I think it's a modulation. You have this stutter, that's also a nice one. This one. It's just the on off button of that stutter effect, and let's go crazy. Not crazy, just to enable it on here. On submix. First insert, and let's enable it like this, and it can be momentary. And you can go also again with these speed settings. Let's go into the mixer again, stutter, and we have this speed setting here. Go into the macros. This one we need to have set to. Let's start with 1/4. Yep. And then let's have also the 16th notes. You can get really crazy with this. You can also assign multiple parameters, like for instance if you want I don't know which one that was, but let's go into the macros and then the stutter. I want to have, for example, less steps or more. I really like this. This is musical. We can have the steps, for example, in here, and I like 10. So let's go into the macros. Have this one set to 10. Do learn again. And then it's this one. It's set to 10. We need to have 10 there and 10 here. And then I copy it here, and this one should only have 4. So now so you can use a combination of pads to create multiple effects. That's really something I like, and I hope I inspired you. If you like the sounds, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and if you like the sounds, you can buy them. In the description below you find the link to my Gumroad page where they are at. See you in the next video, and I hope you liked it.